Hello, today I'm going to be talking about something that hits every college student pretty hard, which is burnout.
Yeah, that feeling where you're exhausted, stressed, and totally overwhelmed, but you just keep pushing anyway, it's honestly way more common than people admit.
In this podcast, Olivia and I are going to be breaking down what college burnout is, how it affects college students, and what you can do to deal with it.
So let's start with the basics. Burnout isn't just being tired, it's emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion that builds up over time from long-term stress.
The World Health Organization defines burnout as three things: exhaustion, feeling detached or negative towards work, and reduced sense of accomplishment.
And in college, that might look like always being tired even after sleeping, not caring about classes anymore, or feeling like no matter how hard you try, you're not doing enough.
College burnout doesn't come out of nowhere. One big reason is the pressure of everything: classes, work, studying, social life, internship. It's a lot, and it's a lot to balance everything on top of each other.
And then there's comparison. Social media makes it like everyone else's life is put together, but we're only seeing their highlights.
We also basically normalize not resting. Like, people joke about all-nighters and drinking their coffees like 3 times a day, but burnout loves that kind of schedule.
And honestly, not enough support. A lot of students don't feel comfortable asking for help because it feels like you're admitting you're failing, but it's actually the opposite.
College burnout is everywhere. Just look at TikTok.
I think I'm dying.
Oh. Trying to figure out these issues.
Reddit. Lemonade. And Instagram.
November through December time in college ain't for the weak.
That's it. From here.
So let's be real, guys. Nobody actually talks about how draining college life is.
These are just a few examples of college kids or even high school students that are going through the same things that we do towards the end of a semester, or even just in the middle of our college career. A 2024 report from the University of St. John says that on average, 74% of college students are burnt out, which is a lot more than you think, and a lot more than a lot would like to admit. Okay, so what does burnout actually look like in real life? Sometimes it's obvious, but most of the time it's subtle.
Like staring at your computer and not being able to start an assignment.
Or feeling guilty for relaxing because your brain tells you you should be doing something. Or you catch yourself thinking, why am I even doing this anymore?
Grades slip, you start isolating yourself, or you feel emotionally drained all the time. So let's talk about how to deal with burnout, because it doesn't magically disappear. And build in real rest. TikTok scrolling does not count as rest. Actually, rest looks like sleeping, walking, stretching, talking to someone, or doing something that actually recharges you.
And things that recharge you could be going on a walk outside, listening to music, talking to people, socializing. It's hard to balance school and a social life if you're trying to prioritize both. But doing these things does recharge you, or even just reading a book. Setting realistic goals helps too. You don't have to be productive every day. It's just not possible.
And seriously, talk to someone, a professor, advisor, therapist, or even just a friend. Talking about it takes the pressure down.
And check your basic habits like eating, sleeping, drinking water, the simple things. If you're feeling burned out right now, just know you are not alone. College is hard. Life doesn't stop just because you're in school.
Yeah, if you're hearing this and you feel overwhelmed, take a breath. You're doing your best, and that's enough.
We now want to talk about a few testimonials of people I've talked to, and as well as Olivia. So we'll start with my story and then go to the other people. I have been in college for about 3.5 years now, and college burnout has hit me pretty hard. Mental health has been a big struggle of mine since I started like my freshman year. Things happened, my roommate dropped out, and that put me in a pretty dark spot for a while, and I burnt out very fast. My first year at ISU, I burnt out really fast, just trying to be the best I can. I would actually, to help myself, go on walks around campus. I was very familiar with campus. Like the first week in, I could tell you where everything was. I'm very, very like passionate about going on like walks and fitness. So I would clear my mind and make sure I booked out time to lift or go on a walk or a run. Just kind of put my mind onto something else. I'm also a very type A person, so I would do things like make schedules to help with my burnout. A really good way I actually make schedules is using ChatGPT. I just book out time slots for everything, so I could be cleaning my house, clearing my mind that way, and then the next hour I'd be doing homework. So just having that schedule where it's healthy and not just homework has really helped. The next person who's going to talk is actually going to be my friend Sarah. I've known her for a little over a year now, and when I was a psych major, she was one of the first people to talk to me. She is a neuropsych major, very smart and very talented.
College burnout is kind of a detrimental thing for any college student or students in general. It actually makes things pretty hard to do day to day just because you're so used to jumping through the hoops that you don't want to jump through them anymore. For me, last semester I took 19 credits. I had 2 research assistantships. I had an internship. I also had a job. I was incredibly burnt out, and I was, frankly, to be honest, pretty depressed. It was not fun in the slightest, and that was pretty much the roughest semester that I have had at Iowa State University. To fix that issue, what I decided to do is this semester I cut back on my hours, try to take care of myself more, do things that I like, have that snack that I don't think is healthy when I'm not feeling good, like mentally, and just take it day by day, assignment by assignment, track it, plan it, make sure I'm taking care of me in the long run. So I would advise all students who are experiencing college burnout to, just take a second, consider their situation, plan out what they can do to fix it, and, prioritize themselves over their schoolwork.
The next person who will be talking about their experience is my good friend Elise. She is a pre-law major, and she is a senior this year, and she is also a mother at 21. So here's her story.
In college is an issue that I feel like a lot of students honestly don't really talk about enough. I'm currently 21, I'm a senior in college, and I've experienced a fair amount of burnout, I would say, in the last 4 years, especially during my time as a mom. But even before that, when I was your quote-unquote typical college student, I feel that I experienced a significant amount of burnout. And honestly, I think that the adjustment to college is just really hard, especially when you're a freshman and just going in. The amount of work and how different things can be just seems to pile up. And ultimately, it feels like the one assignment or 3 assignments or 1 paper or whatever it may be is a lot harder of a task than it really is. And I think that that's ultimately what burnout is just when things feel so difficult that you can't even bring yourself to do it, and it starts to impact you in other areas of your life. I know for me, burnout has been a huge issue And it's affected my day-to-day personal life in other areas besides just academics. I find it's hard to get out of bed. I'm more irritable. I'm more angry. And honestly, I would say that going to therapy has helped me a lot with this, or just writing down the assignments I have and finding time in my day to just sit down and say, I'm just going to start this right now, and not telling myself, you have to finish this, you have to finish all your work for the weekend, but just sitting down and putting some work into an assignment always makes me feel better. And then once you get going and get that burnout kind of out of your mind, it's a lot easier to accomplish a task, I feel like. And that's something that I think a lot of people need to be able to do, is just sit down and get started. Is ultimately how I was able to overcome my burnout.
Burnout is very real, and I started experiencing it very early in my freshman year. I want to say right when I got back from Thanksgiving break, and about this time last year. And it feels the same. I feel like all this pressure is on me to do good on my finals, to get all my work done, to make this almost not even possible academic comeback, which I would not feel that much pressure on me if I just did my work in advance. I had been studying beforehand, like doing little things at a time, but in my mind, I felt like I was taking the pressure and stress off of me if I waited till the last moment. And in my head, I tell myself like, oh, if I do it last minute, then it's all gonna be in my head for the exam. When in reality, if I just did it beforehand, I would be able to practice it more in class. If I understood it in class and keep practicing, then I'll automatically get it. And what has helped me is with work, making calendars. I feel like I could do better, but making calendars weekly on Sunday usually, just to tell me what I need to get done, has helped me a lot to get my work turned in. Even if I wait till 11, which I'm trying to get better about and would probably help me more, but just getting all that done, it takes a lot of stress off of you. Like, I have all this missing work, what am I gonna do? And then with studying for finals, because I never studied in high school, so it's very hard to like move from nothing to having to study so much for like 60-point exams or 60 questions. And I felt, with me personally, it's helped me to do it with people, because when I'm alone, I just go on my phone, I watch TV, I get sidetracked. But if other people are around me getting their work done, I feel like I have to like try and stuff like that. And it's helped me a lot, honestly, with exams.
Thank you for listening. Please take care of yourselves.